You were born amidst the Dalish Elves, noble wanderers who refused to join the society of humans that subjugated their homeland so long ago. The Dalish travel the land in tightly knit clans, struggling to maintain their half-forgotten lore in a human world that fears and despises them. You spend your time hunting with your clanmate Tamlin in the forests, and as is sometimes the case, your quarry is not always the local wildlife.
Rip Human.
It's a Dalish!
And you three are somewhere you shouldn't be.
Let us pass, Elf. You have no right to stop us.
No? We will see about that, won't we?
Yeah.
You're just in time. I found these humans lurking in the bushes. Bandits, no doubt.
We aren't bandits, I swear. Please don't hurt us.
You Shemlin are pathetic. It's hard to believe you ever drove us from our homeland.
We've never done nothing to you, Dalish. We didn't even know this forest was yours.
This forest isn't ours, fool. You stumbled too close to our camp. You Shems are like vermin. We can't trust you not to make mischief. What do you say, Lethalon? What should we do with them?
Let's find out what they're doing here.
Does it matter? Hunting or banditry, we'll need to move camp if we let them live.
Look, we didn't come here to be trouble. We just found a cave.
Yes, a cave. With ruins like I've never seen. We thought there might be,
Treasure? So you're more akin to thieves than actual bandits.
If you've been there, you should have treasure to prove it.
But I have proof. Here, we found this just inside the entrance.
This stone has carvings. Is this Elvish? Written Elvish?
There's more in the ruins. We didn't get very far in, though.
Why not?
There was a demon. It was huge with black eyes. Thank the Maker we were able to outrun it.
A demon. Where is this cave?
Just off the west, I think. There's a cave in the rock face and a huge hole just inside.
Well, do you trust them? Shall we let them go?
So they can bring a mob to drive us out? Yeah.
Yes.
goodbye.
One could expect no less from a Shem. This will not take long.
Yeah. So, for the record, I'm not going to play a particularly nice warden.
Well, shall we see if there's any truth to this story? These carvings make me curious.
Sounds like a good idea.
And if we find anything, the Keeper will want to know.
You are correct. The Keeper will want to know. Alright, so, controlling, oh my god. You're definitely going to turn that off. So let's take some options real quick. Gameplay, plot helpers. Sure, subtitles, save. No tutorials, there we go. Okay. Let's make a quick save game here. So this is going to be our main save. Here's my boy, my lad. Father's helmet. Ooh. Alright, I'll take that. And we have some health poultices, which we'll bring down here, because those are super useful. That's about all we got right now. So we're looking at a scout's bow, which is actually quite good. Wow, father's equipment. So this is actually pretty solid gear, all things considered. This might last us a good long while, which is nice. And we got our boy here, got some Dalish longbows. Fine enough. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, so the way I kind of like to organize my my play here is I like to expand that bar all the way out. I'll put stuff that I don't need regularly over here where it's not accessible by the quick buttons, so that way if I end up with a lot of abilities I can more easily trigger them through quick buttons as opposed to having to click. Not that it really matters because I make use of the pause really heavily too. So, let's go take a look, shall we? Can't pick that up yet. Right, tab, by the way, tab is your best friend. Tab and F5. F5 for quick save, and tab so that you can highlight nearby areas. Objects, creatures, loot. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start the assaults. And you, let's go ahead and go with precise striking over rapid shot. Oh, actually we need both. Wait, does this stack? I think it does. Alright, so we'll see. Now you... If I have melee archery, I don't suffer penalties. I'm gonna bring this guy around.
Don't give them the advantage.
Oh, so that was fine, and we'll heal up, no problem. So let me bring the audio sound effects. Now let's bring the music down a little bit more. Resume. And then we're going to double check some tactics. So I'm going to set you to Archer. I'm going to set you to Archer. And those are both fine. Pinning shot, dirty fighting, cool. The other thing actually I want this guy to do, this is something I do with all of my guys. This is actually a super useful thing to do, is enemy is, let's see, target of the main character. I want you to attack him. The benefit of doing that on all of your party members is that it makes sure that you can kind of focus fire. Focus fire being a pretty useful thing to do on a regular basis. You know, that way you can kind of concentrate on like one character at a time instead of having to attack or like click and select. You can automate some of these fights better that way, basically. So since you want to basically try and take out one target at a time, and you'll note auto loot there, so like when I open something I just automatically get all the stuff inside of it because that's what you want to do anyway. So yeah, so what I have found to be very effective as a general rule is to make sure that when I have a party that we take out one unit at a time. By focusing your fire, you are able to take out foes faster, and even if you would, like, the general rule of thumb is a dead enemy is an enemy that can't hurt you, right? So even if I was able to spread, if I spread my damage out, I might be able to kill everything at an equal rate by spreading out my damage, but I will most likely take more damage in the meantime. So it's usually more efficient to try to focus your fire. That also allows you to really take out high profile targets like mages much faster so they can do less damage. Let's see what we get. Some stuff on the Brickhelm Forest. Also, definitely click like everything. You want to get all that codex experience. It adds up for sure. And you can see by hitting tab, like I can pick up certain stuff. I'm collecting some of these herbs because I can make poultices, particularly when I pick up Morrigan, and that's pretty useful, kind of having like just a store of them.
This must be the cave. I don't recall seeing this before, do you?
I don't. Let's check it out.
There's nobody else here. And I'm not running back for help unless there's something worth making a fuss over.
I think I might have pressed 2
Come
on
on,
accident.
let's at least see what's there. How dangerous could it be?
I mean, I don't know why you would say that out loud, bro. Not for nothing. Pretty sure that's not the kind of thing you say out loud.
It looks like the Shem was telling the truth.
Sure
These
was.
ruins look more human than elven.
I wonder what these ruins are. Tevinter ruins. Oh boy. Giant spiders. Never a good thing.
Yeah?
Let's try to focus on the giant spider ruins. Here, you, sacrifice yourself. So he'll go into melee attack, which is fine. I'll let him do that. And because he is actually, the record, a warrior, so it's perfectly acceptable for him to do melee attacking. I'm going to try to keep going, I'm missing like crazy because my attack bonus is still kind of low. That will change over time.
It is a fine thing we've done.
Particularly as I boost the heck out of my, dexterity.
As you say.
Got some chainmail gloves, which is pretty legit. And there's a pile of bones over here.
I shall do it.
Lesser health poultice and another dagger. Good stuff, good stuff. So we're in some freaky ass ruins. Cool. Let's see what we got down this way. Doesn't really matter. You're going to explore this whole thing. I love the art direction in this game. Now, I know that they've done some really cool stuff as the series has progressed. I wonder what's going to be on the other side of that door. But I always did like the art direction in the first one. Yes, I'm going to spend time disarming this, because A, it's for experience, and B, that prevents my guys from getting stuck in the truck. Uh-oh. So, this is where we can talk about threat. Characters generate threat, right? So, what that means is that
It shall be done.
basically bad guys will attack the character that's most threatening. I don't understand the mechanics super well. There's a lot to it, and our boy's getting messed up here, so we're gonna have to do one of these. But the gist of it is, your warrior types generate more threat than
It is begun.
other. There we go. Take that guy out. Oh, he's dead. Come on. Now what I should have done, because I'm out of practice, I should have saved my, let's grab the poultice real quick, see if we can get it before we hit again. There we go. I should have saved Dirty Fighting for when, he got overwhelmed, because Overwhelm is one of those abilities where if you hit somebody with it, you stun them while they're overwhelming, you can knock them out of it. Now, one of the big mechanics in this game that's different from the other Dragon Age games that you can abuse the crap out of is that after combat you heal. And your out of combat heal rate is considerably faster than your in combat heal rate. Like, you're not going to be able to out heal, even if you have a bunch of like healing items or whatever, you're not going to be able to out regenerate the damage most of the time. There's probably some exceptions to that, but it is a general rule. You're not going to be able to out heal damage in combat, which is why poultices and later on when you get the heal spell are super important to maintaining, keeping your party members from dropping. And obviously, even if your party members drop, it's not the end of the world. It just means they can't take part in the fight, which could be crucial. And also they're going to have injuries afterwards, which you can take care of with injury kits, which aren't terribly hard to come by. So not a big deal if they drop. But you generally want to keep them up and fighting, particularly like warriors and people that are drawing threat, because that way you don't get this snowball of like, oh, one big guy drops and then suddenly it's that much easier for the enemies to overwhelm you. That said, since you heal up fully after each combat, it's an easy enough thing to sort of take a combat, pause, heal, and then move on to the next thing. And that means you don't have to burn through healing resources unless you're in combat. And since it's easy and relatively cheap to buy and craft healing resources, it makes it much easier to sort of maintain health throughout the game. You don't have to like manage that the same way you do in Dragon Age Inquisition, for example, where you have a very limited list of resources. Or healing resources. And you have to basically go back, as I recall, to camps and stuff and rest.
What's there? A cunning trap.
Now, the nice thing about taking these traps out, like I said, gives you experience, makes it much less likely you'll be injured, and there's going to be some spiders on the other side. Look at that. Spiders. You get into the doorway. Now, you can do fun stuff like block doors. Not all the time. The hitboxes and stuff aren't super reliable. And yes, spiders are super obnoxious and remain obnoxious throughout the entire game for reasons like this.
Damn you!
Now, I might be able to switch to melee weapons at this point and deal more damage because I'll be able to backstab. So even though we're going to go mostly an archer build, right now I think it is more efficient to flank and backstab. As we take these guys out. Later on, when I have a couple other melee characters like the dog and Alistar, I'll be able to sit backwards and provide fire while they're up front tanking, and Morrigan can sit in the back with me and deal damage from range with spells and support the warriors and all that good stuff. So just sort of exploring around to get all these little traps. You can see this is the section, basically the other direction from where we walked in. So there you go. Map reading, always a useful thing in games. I like to sit in this isometric view for the most part because I find it much easier to read what's going on, to sort of understand where everybody's positioned. It's easier to click and move my characters around. It's one of the things that drives me crazy about playing the other games on the console is that that view is just super clunky.
I can't believe this. You recognize this statue, don't you?
It's worn, but it looks vaguely familiar.
Back when our people lived in Arlathan, statues like these honored the creators. When the Shems enslaved us, much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture, with the statue of our people. Can these ruins date back to the time of Arlathan?
Well, it's interesting. So much of our past is lost to us.
I'd never have guessed ancient elves might have lived here. With
He's
humans.
intellectual. Yeah, ancient elves and humans living together. Cats and dogs living together. Chaos everywhere. I think we can play up this guy's a bit of an intellectual. He's going to have a lot of cunning and all that sort of stuff, so it would make sense. Let's just quickly check over here to make sure there's nothing else on the ground. Which there is not. There might be a trap.
I shall do it.
Insufficient skill. Really? Huh. I'm actually
Shall be
kind of
done.
impressed. I'm not sure it's possible. Well, maybe with items. And it's very possible with all those DLC... Oh, crap. Apparently I missed that one, too. With all those DLC items to, like... Let's get the hell out of here. That's some crazy undead. To get your cunning and other stats up really high, so, like, this isn't going to be an issue. But, obviously... So, like I said, isometric view is really useful. It's always fun to, like, eventually sometimes jump down there and,
Shall be done.
let's get it out. I don't know how I can stun a skeleton, but hey, I'll take it. So the one thing I'll say too, like, two-handed builds, and I might even do a switch hitter build, since like I said,
This place is haunted.
sure is. I don't need much in the archery tree, really. So, two-weapon fighting on a rogue is super effective. Like, super effective. Backstabbing, especially when you get really huge backstab criticals and other things, is very good. The main reason I'm not going that route... Oh boy. The main reason I'm not going that route right from the get-go is that I'm going to try out something with archery where... Come on, you. I'm going to try out something with archery where, aggro to the field. Good bear scaring. Where I basically get enormous defense and almost impossible to hit. And later on when your dexterity goes high, you get really good attacks. And also, have Alistar and the dog, so having two melee characters.
No quarter shall be given.
So Daisy. No, bad bear. There we go. Alright.
By the creators. What was that thing?
That was a giant effing bear. Don't fuck with giant... and here we go. Anybody that's played Dragon Age Inquisition knows what that is. Yes, you do. Actually, Dragon Age Inquisition or Dragon Age 2, or I guess Dragon Age 1 if you've played this particular opening. Dalish leather belt, elf flight arrows. Alright, here's another fun thing. So, you can get arrows in this game. I almost never use them. I might actually try this time, just for giggles. Why did that fall off? Because, why not? Whoa. That's really good. That's really good. So, I mean, it's not incredible, obviously, but hey, every little bit helps. The other fun thing for me about not having, like, all the DLC items right away is the DLC items are usually pretty overpowered. Am I getting... Hold on a second. I think I might have something that's like... What's my physical resistance? Resistance check is 9. Yeah, for some reason, it's auto-equipping or unequipping my helmet, which is a problem. I'll have to look into that in between games here. Doesn't make a big deal right now. It's probably something in the Fixpack of like, we don't want helmets visible, or some other weird bug. But let's see. Let's level up, and we're going to click on this thing, and then we will go on to the next bit. So to start with, we're going to do that because we want to keep our strength going to about 14, And then once I do next level, I hit 14, that'll be it. And then I'll be basically going like 2 dex, 1 cunning, 2 dex, 1 cunning for like most of the rest of the game. We can now pick coercion, which I want. And we can also come down here. I don't have improved combat training yet. Do I want to get to improved combat training quickly? That's a good question. Having coercion early is fun. I don't really think I need combat training right away, so we'll do this. And then we'll pick up and start heading towards lethality. Okay. Alright.
It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the writing says.
Keeper might be able to translate it. Don't touch the glass? Yeah, obviously we're gonna check that one.
Not that we'd leave a fingerprint on it. See how clean it is? Not a single smudge or crack. I wonder what this writing is for. Maybe this isn't... Hey, did you see that? I think something moved inside the mirror.
Inside the mirror? Get away from it, Tamlin.
Hold on, I just want to know what it is. Don't you see it? There it is again. Can you feel that? I think it knows we're here.
I can feel this being a bad idea.
It's showing me places. I can see some kind of city. Underground. And there's a great blackness. It saw me. Help! I can't look away!
Doesn't seem like...
Can you hear me?
Oh shit.
I am very sorry.
Oh, Duncan, you're the fucking best. Oh, Duncan. Well, that was some shit.
You're awake. You've the god's own luck, Lethaline. You're back at camp. Everyone is worried sick about you. How do you feel?
How did I get here, Fenrir?
Hashem brought you back 2 days ago. You don't remember him?
I've been here for 2 days. We encountered Shems in the forest because... I've been here for 2 days?
He was a Grey Warden and appeared out of nowhere with you slung over his shoulder.
Wait, how is that
You were
answering my
delirious
question?
with fever. He said that he found you outside a cave in the forest, unconscious and alone. He left you here and ran off again. The Keeper's been using the old magic to heal you.
Is anyone looking for Tamlin?
Of course. Most of the hunters are off looking for him right now. But the Keeper wanted to talk to you as soon as you awoke. Stay here. I'll get her.
Okay.
I see you are awake, Dalan. It is fortunate Duncan found you when he did.
Yo,
I know
staff,
not
though.
what dark power held you, but it nearly bled the life from you. It was difficult even for my magic to keep you alive.
I definitely think that staff is part of the improved atmosphere mod, because I don't recognize that having ever been in the game before, and that's awesome. Let's see. What happened to us?
I know only that the Grey Warden found you in front of a strange cave, sick and alone. Duncan thought there may have been darkspawn creatures inside the cave. Is that true?
Darkspawn? Huh. Walking corpses that are strange. All I remember was the mirror. Wait, I'm not sure. What does a darkspawn look like?
Like a man, but dark and tainted with evil.
So like a man.
Perhaps you fought one in the cave and it wounded you.
No, it was the mirror.
A mirror. And it caused all this? I have never heard of such a thing in all the lore we have collected. I was hoping for answers when you woke, but there are only more questions.
Yo, I look baller.
And Tamlin remains missing. He is more important than any lore in these ruins. If he is as sick as you were, his condition is grave. Duncan returned to the cave to search for Darkspawn, but we cannot rely on him to look for Tamlin as well. We must go ourselves, and quickly. Do you feel well enough to show us the way, Dalan? Without you, we will not find it.
Yeah.
I am relieved to hear it. I am ordering the clan to pack the camp so we can go north. Take Merrill with you to the cave. Find Tamlin if you can, but do it swiftly.
Merrill, eh? Wait, the clan is leaving?
If there is any truth to what Duncan said, then Darkspawn may show up in these parts soon. We must get away from that horde. But that is not our only concern. Did you encounter any other humans out in the forest?
Yeah, we killed them all.
So I feared. You have stirred up a hornet's nest, Dallin. Their village blames us for your actions. As everywhere, our people are not welcome here. We have stayed too long, and we must move on, quickly.
Oh, damn. Are you not interested in the ruins in the mirror?
I would be lying if I said I was not. But whatever knowledge lies in that cave is not worth our children. I send you back with hopes of finding Tamlin, and that is all.
Alright, take Merrill to the cave, find Tamlin. Sorry we killed those humans. That, in retrospect, was probably a stupid idea.
Go quickly, for Tamlin's life hangs in the balance.
I need more equipment before I go.
Master Island can help you. Go to him and ask to see his stock.
Goodbye, Keeper. Alright, so that's going to wrap up this first little introductory episode. And when we reconvene, we will go back to the cave and have a good old time. Next time on Jandor Plays Dragon Age Origins.